You see someone with a stunning sleeve tattoo walking by, bold ink, incredible detail. You think, wow, that looks amazing. But scroll through the internet, and you'll find thousands of posts saying, I hate my tattoo. I wish I could go back. From impulse decisions to aging designs, tattoo regret is way more common than people think. But no one really talks about it until it's too late. So, do people really regret getting tattoos? We scanned Reddit, Quora, YouTube, TikTok, and real-world data to find out. Let's get into the internet's verdict. In 2025, tattoos are mainstream. They're no longer edgy, they're everywhere. Celebs, athletes, moms, CEOs, everyone's inked. It's a form of self-expression, rebellion, or art. But with popularity comes problems. A 2023 poll by Statista showed over 30% of Americans have at least one tattoo. And yet, 1 in 4 of them say they regret it. That's a lot of second thoughts. Now let's see what people are saying on the internet, starting with Reddit on subreddits like tattoos, Ask Reddit, Off My Chest, and others. One user wrote, I just got my first large and visible tattoo. Prior to getting it, I was sure that it was what I wanted. But I regretted it pretty much immediately. The tattoo itself is stunning. It is a really beautiful piece. But I hate everything else about it. I hate the way my body looks now. I hate myself for making such a stupid decision. I hate the fact that it will be on me for the rest of my life. I hate the fact that I have mutilated my body. I am having huge panic attacks over this. I feel as though the world is collapsing around me and all I want to do is escape from this terrible life choice I made. Has anyone experienced anything similar? Another user added, First tattoo at 16. I don't regret it at all, but that could be because of the meaning behind it. I had a baby brother who passed, and so I got his footprints tattooed on top of my foot, with parental permission. I now have 15 tattoos, and am in my 30s. I don't regret any of my tattoos, however there are a couple that I think if I went back now I would maybe change the design a little. However, I just remind myself that each tattoo is a little piece of art that is part of my journey, and had significance to me at that time. They are both snippets into who I was as a person at that time and also reminders that people grow and change, and that's cool. You don't want to be the same in 5 years, you want to grow and have new experiences and gain new perspective on things. I think if you choose a design you love, on a place you love, just always remember it as the art of you at 19. Even if in 5, 10, 15 years you would have picked something else, it's a reminder of who you were at this moment, and was part of your journey to get to wherever you end up. When I think like this, I instantly fall in love with my tattoos again, even if they aren't my current style. Another one added, I'm a 26 years old female. I've been getting tattooed as soon as I turned 18. I wouldn't describe myself as heavily tattooed except for my arms, which have barely any blank skin left. I've always loved my tattoos and felt more confident in myself because of them. Until 2 months ago, when I spontaneously got a terrible one that I immediately regretted. I'm in the process of covering it up, but now I just feel different. I think it's anxiety stemming from how I felt with the one I regretted, and knowing those feelings would be so horrible if I one day felt that way about all of them. It put me in a really bad mental state. I am seeing a psychiatrist before anyone suggests that. But I just wanted to hear from other tattooed people if you ever felt fear about this. I used to see people stare at my arms and not care in the slightest. Now I notice I'm feeling a bit insecure when that happens, and I don't like that feeling. I also get kind of down when I see beautiful women in tank tops or dresses with bare arms and realize I'll never look like that. Which had never crossed my mind before this whole situation happened. I'm just hoping this is all from the fear and anxiety that the first bad tattoo regret caused, and that I will get back to my tattoo-loving self again. Any advice? Another one added, I'm 18 and just got my first tattoo, and it was bigger than I thought, and it's on my leg. It's giving me a lot of anxiety, and I can't stop thinking about what a mistake it is and how I want to remove it. On the other hand, I love it, and it's really cool, but the artist pushed me to make it bigger, and in a place I wasn't sure about, saying it had to go with the flow of the body, and now I'm freaking out about it so much, and want to immediately remove it. I paid for it with my own money and didn't tell my mother about it, and she hates it. I think this is where the hate for it is rooted, as she thinks it's too big and wrongly placed. What do I do? I'm so lost. I want my body back and to go back in time and not get the tattoo, but at the same time I've always wanted a tattoo and love the design, it's just too big. Another one added, I absolutely understand why the thought of getting something as permanent as a tattoo can be daunting and unthinkable to people. If you're not careful and meticulous, it can for sure be something that you regret ever getting done. But for some people, it's just something they know will positively affect them. Personally, I got my first tattoo because I love expressing myself through my body presentation. I dye my hair unnatural colors and plan to get many tattoos and piercings to enhance my sense of self. I'm a creative through and through, an illustrator, and art is a huge part of my life and identity, and it is an interest I know will never go away, considering I went to college for it and am pursuing a career in it. My mind hungrily devours any form of artistic media, and it's one of the only constant things in my life that I can count on having a true, unwavering passion for. The idea of immortalizing a piece of art on my skin is incredibly exciting to me. It's like buying a painting, but you carry it with you wherever you go, looking at it whenever you want and building up an image of yourself you are really proud of. I stewed on the concept of my tattoo for years and years to make sure I wouldn't regret it. I didn't take it lightly. I looked up styles and subject matter I knew I was into. I researched tattoo artists relatively near me to see which styles resonated with me and what artist would fit my presented aesthetic the most, as well as making sure their work was reputable and withstood the test of time as much as possible. The final product that my tattoo artist came up with was something I knew I'd be proud to display for many, many years to come. I even requested slight alterations of the design despite the suggestions of the artists. The most important thing is that I was happy with it, after all. Never be afraid to request changes for a service you are paying for. That advice can apply to a lot of things in life, really. Tattoos are definitely not something to be taken lightly. They are a lifelong commitment and a lasting reminder of who you are and who you hope to continue to be throughout life. It's also completely understandable that it's a choice that some people can't imagine being comfortable with. It is a permanent body modification, so it is not for everyone. But unless you have experienced the joy and pride of wearing a tattoo you can truly be proud of, it's really difficult to put into words just how personal and exciting the experience is for those who like it. On YouTube, the phrase "I regret my tattoo" has millions of views. Creators open up about bad designs, fading ink, and poor placement. Some say they didn't research the artist. Others were chasing trends. One viral TikTok showed a woman pointing to a tattoo saying, "This seemed deep when I was 18. Now I just want it gone." Another said, "I got a matching tattoo with my best friend. We don't speak anymore. It hurts to see it." What's wild? Even laser removal is full of regret. It's painful, expensive, and not guaranteed. I wish I never got the tattoo to begin with. Quora and Ask Reddit Insights. Quora threads dive into why people regret tattoos. Common themes: they were too young. They did it on a whim. They didn't think long term. The meaning changed over time. One Quora user shared, "At the time, it symbolized strength. Now it reminds me of a toxic part of my life." And in a viral Ask Reddit thread, someone asked, "What's your biggest tattoo regret?" Top answers: misspelled quotes, names of exes, tattoos that didn't age well, like tribal designs from the 2000s, designs they just outgrew. Here's the twist: it's not always the tattoo, it's what it represents. Regret often comes from who you were when you got it, the context around it, a breakup, a bad phase, feeling like you've moved on, but your skin hasn't. It's the permanence that messes with people. Ironically, tattoos are supposed to be forever. But humans? We're always changing. Tattoo removal, a regretful journey. Laser removal is booming, and it's not easy. It takes multiple painful sessions, can cost thousands, and might never completely erase the ink. Some people say they regret removing the tattoo even more than getting it. I erased a part of myself. It felt like erasing my story. That's the complicated truth about regret. It's not black and white. Pros, cons, and final verdict. Why people don't regret tattoos. Personal meaning or growth. Unique self-expression. Reminder of a specific time or journey. Community, art, or identity. Why people do regret tattoos. Impulsive decisions. Poor execution or quality. Changing taste or lifestyle. Emotional associations they've outgrown. So, do people regret getting tattoos? Here's the internet's verdict. Yes, but it's complicated. Some do because of rushed choices or painful memories. Others embrace it as part of who they are, even the flawed parts. The ink may be permanent, but so is the story behind it. Now it's your turn. Do you have a tattoo you regret, or one you'll never regret? Drop your story in the comments. Let's see what you think. And if you love videos that unpack what the internet's really saying, hit subscribe. More deep dives are coming. Next up, we're asking, is therapy actually worth it? Stay tuned.